Hey everybody, welcome back to the Through the Barrel podcast, where we don't get the Oh my gosh!
Okay, I can
Dude,
edit
you know,
that out.
that
I
sucks,
can cut
that
it. I can cut
sucks.
it. I can cut
Dude,
it.
what just happened? Oh my god!
Okay, I can cut it. I can cut it. Don't worry. I'll edit.
Dude. Okay. Welcome back to the Through
Welcome
the Barrel.
back to the.
Welcome.
I'll cut it. I'll cut it. I'll cut it.
Welcome back to the Through the Barrel podcast, where instead of getting the right amount of sleep, instead we stay up and survive through energy drinks. I'm Reese. This is Will. Welcome back, everybody.
Hi. Reese and I just had like a 30-minute discussion over time travel.
My head hurts from that.
It's not okay. It wasn't too bad.
Okay, so basically, what were we talking about again? It was like it was the whole thing with your future self going back in time and meeting your past self, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you talked about time being a straight line, and like it's point A and point B, and it goes from point A to point B, but it's if your B self goes back to your A self, right?
Yeah.
And then if your B self does something with your A self, then instead of it changing the A to B timeline, instead it branches off a new timeline from point A.
Yeah.
Right?
So like an
That's
A to
yeah.
C. If I were to draw it out, which no one
Because
will-
you would probably explain it better than me, but like to me it's all pretty confusing. But it's really interesting thinking about though. It's just kind of confusing.
Yeah, so this is time, okay? This line, all right?
Okay.
No one's gonna be able to see it. So time is a straight line, and then at the beginning of the line and then at the end, there's point A and point B, two different points. Now, point B is the future. This is the past, obviously. Time's moving to the right. Now, if point BU goes back in time to point AU, this timeline continues to go without you, essentially. And then point A, at this point, it has already changed to a new timeline to where it now goes into a separate one from A to C. But you could still hop back
All right.
to, like, you could still hop back to here, but then
I was gonna
that makes a new one.
I was gonna say,
but that'll make a new one.
I was gonna say, can you go from C to B?
Yeah, you can still hop timelines, but like at that point, you're trying to navigate through like
That's really
dozens
confusing.
of different timelines.
You
It's
probably
just,
get lost from that point.
yeah,
from
it
the
just gets
original one.
super. It just gets super confusing.
Do you want me to bring it up
Super
there?
weird.
Because like I don't know if they can see that, but
Do they need to see it?
I mean,
You could show it if you want.
okay. Let's see.
I don't think
It's
they need
kinda-
to see it.
Backwards. That's not backwards. Okay, wait. So there's
Okay, I already walked it through.
and oh.
I mean, like, I already walked it through.
All right. Is that our topic for today? Is time travel?
No, I mean, like, you and I already kind of covered that just by ourselves. Do you have a certain topic you want to talk about?
We probably should have planned before this.
Well, I mean, we always try to be as organic as possible.
Yeah, we barely ever edit the videos.
That's
The only time we
point.
edited was the time Chris was on it.
That was, oh my god. I don't want to, dude, we've already talked about that before. In real time, like, as I'm recording this, I need to do my update.
It took like
I always do an update of how far we are. So, as of now, we're recording this on March 20th, a Monday, at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Last video we put out was the Cocaine Bear final score episode 1. And now our pilot has 111 views. And that was posted 3 weeks ago. And we got 31 subscribers.
it's already been 3 weeks. It feels like it was just last week.
I know. It's weird. We,
The timeline is going too fast.
we're getting to the point where now we're realizing how much we can hang out and how many videos we can do, like put ourselves through, like force ourselves to make you content just like Markiplier's content. Markiplier let us interview you, but But yeah, we're finally like, are we done experimenting, or are we still gonna experiment?
What do you mean experimenting? Like
New formats, new things, like
the setup and everything?
setup.
Because I think the setups are good. Because
Except when I'm at my mom's house at this point, we're just like at my dad's house, it's definitely a lot more professional looking. Which the 4th episode hasn't even come out yet.
Oh yeah, that's in a few days.
The one, okay, when we were filming with Chris, that's the most jank it's been. That's the jankiest.
Oh my gosh!
When we had to duct tape the arm to my bed frame in order to like make it stay.
I got pictures of all that, so in the future we can look back.
Thank you.
Because you were trying to do something with the laptop, but like you weren't using the desk, and so it was like the camera and a monitor balanced on the bed mattress, which is super unstable. So it's like it can fall over any moment. So you're being careful not to pull any cables, and then you're over there like crouched on the ground because your laptop is like this high. You're like crouched on the ground using your iPad as a mouse pad.
And then like you're in the bathroom, and then all you hear is.
Yeah, because I was in the bathroom, like in the room next to you. Yeah, you were just like. And I walked in, you're like, this place isn't working. I'm like,
I got steam coming out my ears.
That was after we duct taped the microphone to your bed frame.
That's the jankiest, dude. I was about to like I was thinking like for this house we need like something that can hold the mic so that we can get like cooler shots for like the episodes. I was about to go into my attic and grab my Legos and start making some. I was about to make a Lego mic stand.
This isn't bad. I mean, it's like it's still working, but it doesn't feel like. I mean, we're also not rich, so we don't have like an insane amount of equipment. But
yeah,
we're still just starting. So that's why I wanted to record everything and document everything, take pictures of everything, because I want to look back.
Do you see what I started to do? I started like I grabbed things. I was like. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I think we got the fan on, so it's kind of cold. I'm wearing a tank top.
Yeah, it's like 40 degrees out, and we have the fan on.
Yeah, it's March, and it feels like winter.
Weather is weird these days. So.
We got spring break.
Because we get cold fronts, and yeah, and we do it.
And what? We got what?
We got cold fronts, and we also have heat waves at the same time.
Yeah, so one week it'll be like 90 degrees out, and the next week it's like it's colder than it would just to.
Yeah.
It makes your pecker just disappear. It's like that one scene from SpongeBob where it's like only two. Like this seems like a job to where only 2 employees with no extra pay can do, and then Squidward just like vanishes. You see, that's our peckers. It's just they're just like, we out.
Well, what can we say without getting canceled?
Okay, what are you thinking?
Something about your pecker disappearing?
I mean, I don't
Let's
really
move
think
on.
That's like canceled.
Let's move on.
Only if I talk about a hot topic. You see, we can only get canceled if I say that mustard is better than ketchup. You know, have one of those strong topics. One of those strong
on
opinions.
Pretzels.
You know what? Okay, this is weird. I don't think we've ever talked about that. I used to do that
Also,
shit.
do people actually eat relish?
I used to. Not like just
Because
straight
what
up
even
like
is
on hot
relish?
dogs. It's just grounded up pickles.
It's just pickles and like...
It's grounded up pickles.
So you could like put relish on a burger.
Yeah. People put relish on hot dogs.
So why don't people put dill pickle like slices on hot dogs?
Because then it's like you got
It's the same thing,
because
though.
then you got the wiener and then you got the whole slice and it's like you can't fit that.
Why
into
don't
like,
you just put a pickle alongside the hot dog?
But it's too big. It's too big for the bun. You can't fit both. You can't fit both the wiener and the dill in the same bun. It's too weird. Like it's too big.
I think there's some people at our school who would love to do that. It's like fit multiple wieners.
Okay. I thought we were having a friendly discussion about hot dogs, and you just turned it into that.
It's because I wanted to make a pecker joke, and I still wanted to have a joke holstered, but I couldn't say it. I couldn't say that because I didn't want to get canceled. So I didn't say that.
You and I have to become like Noah and what's his face? The Noah or no Noel and they do the Tiny Meat Gang.
Oh, Noel and Cody.
Yeah, Noel and Cody.
Noel Miller and Cody.
Yep.
Cody Co. Oh my gosh, I love that podcast.
Mm-hmm.
They always have great chemistry. And Red and Lake, yeah.
Red and Lake have been friends ever since like elementary school.
Man.
They've been doing YouTube for like 17 years at this point.
What? Yeah, because they're like old men now. Because I used to start watching them a few years ago. Well, they're like older than when they started.
They have families now.
Yeah. That's always, like, looking back at old influencers and like content creators who you used to watch when you were little. It's weird knowing that they're growing up with you. So like as you're getting older, you realize that, because I used to watch Dan TDM, and I was like, he has a kid now,
dude.
But like
PewDiePie, holy shit, man! Maya dies, which that's a heartbreak across all humanity, and then he's married now. Married to a girl that he met, like, in the middle of doing YouTube, and now he's pregnant. Like, they're pregnant.
What?
They're having a child. I've been watching this guy since 6th grade. I grew up with this man.
That's so, like, people, like, knowing that people who you kind of look up to and are around you or older than you, thinking that they're growing up with you is really weird. That's like your parents, too. Like, your parents are growing up with you.
Yeah, and you're just like, you think that when you grow up they're gonna be the same, and it's like, oh, now I get to interact with you the same way that I've been interacting for years. But now it's just like, holy crap, PewDiePie moved to Japan. He's having a child. He's married. No longer doing a Minecraft series.
Oh my gosh.
And like, that Minecraft series was so good. Did you watch? Because he did a survival and then he did a hardcore Minecraft series. He did two, both god tier fucking.
I didn't watch those.
I loved them. Dude, I would go home and I'm like, what shit does he gonna do today? Because he would upload like either every day or every other day. And then I watched, have you ever heard of, it's like Matthias? This one dude, Matthias?
I think I have.
Like Dope or Nope, Team Edge.
Oh yeah, I watched Team Edge.
Did you?
I love Team Edge.
Team Edge, bro.
I remember them.
Dude, I was watching them last night.
They usually do, Dope or Nope. Man.
Dude, Dope or Nope has changed so much over the years. Like, they went through like 3 different crews, 3 different casts. Matthias is the only constant. And then, did you ever watch their 863 series?
I don't think so.
So, this is probably one of the most innovative things I've ever seen someone do on YouTube. They made their own TV show on YouTube. And it was...
What?
Yeah, dude, it was insane. Like, at the beginning, like, I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was real at the beginning. Just because it was, like, starting off with, like, a dude broke into our warehouse and started stealing shit. Like, that's how it started. But then, dude, hear me out. Like, it developed into this whole narrative to where they're being dragged into some government organization to where, like, people are trying to mind control other people. Like, and, like, they were also trying to say that their place was haunted, and as soon as they're like, oh, it's haunted, I was like, okay, it broke. I was like, this broke. But it really, dude, they got so detailed. Like, they came out, like, I think there's like 50 videos. And each one's like 20 minutes long.
That's like...
Dude, you gotta go onto Matthias' main channel and watch it because it's fucking insane. But they had to, I don't know why they had to stop doing it. They stopped doing it like a year ago or something. But now, like, I don't even know what Matthias is on. He's taking a break from Dope or Nope. Now he's working on his Overkill channel. He created this whole alternate personality named Overkill, and he always wears a fedora and has like green glasses, and his whole obsession is creating a mega desk. You have to like, dude, I've been like progressing with him for the past like 3 or 4 years, so I'm like caught up on everything, like the YouTube lore. So like
YouTube lore.
yeah.
Man.
You gotta check it out. It's cringy at first knowing that it's like all fake, but then I'm also looking at it and I'm like, these guys are just YouTubers and they did this. I'm like, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Just like Markiplier and his stuff. I wasn't even trying to like do that, but no, like his In Space with Markiplier Part 1 and 2, A Date with Markiplier, A Heist with Markiplier. I'd want to make some of those later. He did a petting chica simulator. he like I was listening to their podcast and he was saying that like for the premiere of the movie, they're probably gonna do like going into the movie simulator. So it's like you walk up to the ticket booth and it's like buy ticket or don't buy ticket, and if you don't buy ticket, your journey just ends and you walk away. But it's like if you buy a ticket, it's like go in left door or right door, and like you go in and it's like you want a drink and popcorn. It's like the whole like just getting up to the to your seat, and that's the whole simulation. Like I thought that shit was hilarious when they mentioned that, but like, dude, imagine being Markiplier and like writing out In Space with Markiplier, because he said that was over like 1,000 pages. Like
what?
In Space with Markiplier is like 4 movies. If you were to think about the total time of like everything, it's like 4 movies.
Dude, that's so insane. Like thinking that they're basically producing shows and movies, even though they're just like not just YouTubers, but I mean, like usually when you think of like I know a lot of people when they think of YouTubers, they don't really think of like big stuff like that.
Yeah, they think of like people who are just doing game commentary, but YouTube really evolved into this.
It's really like
it's like a channel. Like YouTube in itself,
it's
like
a
TV
whole platform
channel
at this point.
Well, YouTube's always been a platform, but it like went from people just sitting at home and like doing like commentary or doing dumb challenges. People are like actually putting effort into like a whole bunch of videos.
Yeah.
And like creating full-on movies or like short films that are posted, like they post series on YouTube, and it's like no one like it's the perfect place to where if you want to like make a TV show, but no company like picks you up, you can still make your show and have a platform to put it on for everyone to see, and you can still make money through it. So like it's YouTube's such a perfect place, but every now and then they do something to where you're just like, what the fuck? Like getting rid of the dislike button.
Yeah, why did they get rid of that?
Because they were trying to.
Is it because of the YouTube rewinds?
Probably, I think it was because of that. Did they do one for last year?
Probably. I mean, they have to do. I think they do one every year though. That's like a YouTube.
Oh man. But yeah, like
wasn't that one the 2020?
No, that was like 2019, dude, with Will Smith.
Yeah, with Will Smith and like Ninja or whatever.
Dude,
yeah, Ninja.
If they do a 2022 rewind, they have to put in Will Smith slapping Chris Rock.
He's like, oh, that's hot. And then he
that's hot. It's like a rewind. It's got like the air horns, the Doritos fly by. Mountain Dew comes up.
Dude, I remember those days. The MLG like air horns and the Mountain Dew and the Doritos.
Oh my god.
And like the hit marker noise.
No, it's not even like it's like a.
You know what I'm talking about though, right?
No. It's
yeah.
It's that noise.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I miss that. I remember when Markiplier would upload. Okay, I remember Markiplier with red hair. That's how far back I've been watching him. Like when he got his red hair. Like when he dyed it. And then I've been watching Jack ever since he started doing his laugh videos where he had a whole fucking theme song for Try Not to Laugh videos where it's like L is for lovers who but like he'd have this whiteboard and it would say laugh and he would slam it as hard as he can and go laugh and like yell and like slam it and the like he hit it so hard the markers would fly off. But yeah, I've been watching ever since his hair was so long he cut the sides only and the back and grew out the top to only have a bun. I've been watching that, but I actually think I've been watching since he dyed his hair green. I think I have. PewDiePie, I've been watching ever since he was going through like his goddamn maniac stage when he was doing like getting over it. He's always been on some shit. PewDiePie's always been on some shit until recently. Now he's like retired. Now he's retired.
Yeah.
Like have you ever seen like his latest uploads?
No, I don't really watch it.
Dude, watch his videos with Cinnamon Toast Ken because they've been friends ever since like they started doing YouTube. And like they just rip on people. Like they do not care. They'll react to videos and PewDiePie acts like a damn dad. But what's funny is that they're both dads. Like Cinnamon Toast Ken now, like I've been watching Cinnamon Toast Ken since he had 1 child. Now he has 4.
What?
Dude, it's so weird. And like what's worse is that like I forget what it's called. It's some term for like a relationship. I think it's like parasocial, where you watch someone for so long that you start to feel like you know them. Like you know them personally.
I kind of get that feeling.
So that's why like people like celebrities get scared when like fans are like they know so much shit about you. But it's like your life has been on the internet for so long. Obviously you're gonna say some shit to where they're like, oh that's cool, he likes ketchup. Let me show up to his house and give him a bottle of ketchup. Because they feel like they know you.
Yeah.
But it's like it can either be good or it can either be bad because parasocial relationships can be like your fans care about you. And it's like they care about your well-being and they try to give you good like they give you good feedback. They actually care about what you make and all that. And then it's like it can also be I'm going to show up to this guy's house. Don't show up to their houses. That's weird. Too. They're people too. Like, don't do that.
Yeah. That's, like, all the paparazzi stuff. Like, you kind of forget that they're, like, they actually have lives outside of what their job is.
Mm-hmm. You know, the guy that plays Harry Potter?
Yeah.
He found a way to get around paparazzi, which he wore the same outfit for a month straight. So then, when paparazzi would take pictures of you, it's the same picture. So they can't sell it. You know? Like, that's what
that's
it is.
That's so smart.
And also, he got this jacket to where, once he wears it, you could only, like, it only works at night. But when you wear it and you put the hood up, it, like, the camera flash, what happens is, it whites out the whole image, and you get a black silhouette of the person you're taking a picture of who's wearing the jacket.
That's sick.
So you can't see their face, nothing, it's just white out. And he like fucked with so many people.
I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, dude,
that's so cool.
It's a thing. I don't know why more people don't do that, but like definitely if we ever get big, I'm either going to like being greeted or I'm gonna be wearing so many disguises. I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna be walking around in public like looking like an old man and like make a video about it. Rip off the mask. You just won $500. You helped an old man.
But I think if I was famous like that, I probably wouldn't want to like hide who my family and like wife and kids were.
I mean, like I do that only if they are like, okay, obviously the kids. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But like
maybe my wife.
If she's
I probably
if they are like fuck if they are like I'm cool with you talking about me or if you post a picture of us, then I'll be like sick. Okay, that's cool. But then it's like if they're not, then I'll be like okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's also I'm kind of like a little weary of making a lot of money and or getting big because I don't really know what anyone's gonna like actually be involved with me for at that point.
At that point, dude, I'm just gonna buy like a normal ass house.
Oh, that's what I want to do. I would just get like a normal house. Like I'm not getting like a mansion or anything. I'm just like getting a normal house. See, I would rather spend like like money on a decent house, but not an overly expensive one, and then kind of focus more on probably paying for like a nicer car, and like taking care of my family. So like doing college funds and stuff for like my kids. Like I probably also because that'd be a lot of cleaning if you had a big house.
Yeah.
And, like, I wouldn't want to hire anyone to, like, clean for me.
Yeah, I don't want to be known as the friend that hires someone to clean the house.
Yeah. But, like, I also would want to.
But, like, we don't want to live like Kenny.
You know.
Like, that's,
Yeah.
You don't want to be like Kenny and die all the time, but somehow come back because our parents went to a cult meeting when they were pregnant. That's why Kenny always comes back.
Oh my god.
They did a whole episode about it.
I need to watch that.
But
Man, just being rich would be nice, but I think I said this in an earlier episode, but I'm kind of glad that I'm not rich now, so I can appreciate it more.
Mm-hmm. That's the difference, because a lot of rich people are, like, some of them are actually, like
you can be numb to how you're living because you're so used to it.
Mm-hmm. It's only worth it once you are content with how you are, and if, like, oh, I got extra money, let me put that to good use. like
Yeah.
At one point, okay, here's my vision for Through the Barrel. We make it like a company almost, but it's still, its main thing is just us talking.
Yeah.
And then we do other projects.
Well, not even just us talking, just like us doing stuff, like fun stuff together.
Yeah, stuff that we like to do.
Just like messing around. Like, we don't, like, I know we talk about like Markiplier and like YouTube stuff and stuff like that a lot, but like we have so much other stuff planned that we haven't told anyone about yet, and so like I'd be really like excited for like when we further develop that and like all of the stuff that we wanted to do, we finally get out. Because like it'd be so satisfying seeing people like enjoy what you're putting out there.
Yeah, there's no.
That's
better
why it's
feeling.
so. Like, I think we hit 31 subs, right?
Yeah, we
That's
hit 31
so cool.
subs, and I was like, holy shit.
Because we posted one of the videos. It wasn't a Through the Barrel podcast, but it was a different video. It was a smaller one a few days ago, and you.
Final score.
Yeah, and it got 3 videos
it's like
overnight.
It's like the same like amount of time as these though. It really is. It's like 54 minutes.
Yeah, they're pretty in depth. They're like episodes in there. Well, the final score is pretty much a series at this point.
No, I do feel though, like these videos haven't come out yet at this time, but the last 2, episode 3 and 4, we were kind of dragging a bit. I feel because those were like 30-minute each. But you did say that you wanted them to be a little bit more condensed. But at this point, I'm like, fuck it, man. But we'll just.
I think we
for
should.
As long as we want, whenever we want.
I mean, I think we should keep the Through the Barrel podcast to about an hour, and then like smaller videos to either.
No, 3 hours. Just like
3-hour podcast. We could just do like if we get bigger, or maybe once we get to like 1,000 subs or something, we could do just a giant live stream and just talk for hours.
Yeah, and then we'll record that and then post it on our channel as a video, so people can still be like, "Oh, this is an episode of the podcast. They just did it live," and they can like if people miss it, they can go back and watch it.
Yeah.
Like isn't it a VOD? Is that what that is, VOD? Because I've seen the term VOD a lot.
I've never heard that.
It's like a VOD channel where like people will record their live streams and then upload it to a channel so people can like go back and look.
I know people live stream on YouTube and then after the live stream ends, it just posts a video. I'm pretty sure.
I think that's an option you can do. Like or maybe they just record like on their OBS.
Oh yeah.
Because that's how we
Or the screen
record.
recorder.
I don't know if there's any other program like that
There
people
probably
use
is.
besides OBS. Unless they're like, oh, we got a capture card. No, that mainly works for like consoles and like other things that aren't like PCs. Because definitely, what I want us to do, which would be funny as shit, we would whatever the next like horror like anthology game, because that's like Until Dawn, Lake, crap. Hold on, wait. Let me find it, because these people, they make those choose your own adventure, and let me find it. It's like something. So Supermassive Games, they make the horror games where it's like they make them fast too, and Until Dawn is like a bigger one where you choose what you want to happen, and then your objective is just to keep everyone alive. That's essentially like what it is. So they made Until Dawn, and their newest one is in their Dark Pictures anthology, which is like smaller versions of different stories, and they're all horror based. And they did one called The Quarry, which is like the closest thing you can get to Until Dawn. It's basically Until Dawn 2. And it like
Oh yeah, I remember The Quarry.
yeah, but each like the Dark Picture anthologies are like 5 hours long, whereas The Quarry and them are like 12. And so like
short.
Yeah, so
for a game.
But it's choose your own. It's basically like a movie. So what they're implementing in these games now is that once you've played through the whole game, you can go back in and choose what you want to happen and play it as if it's a fucking movie. So you don't have to choose. You already know what actions are going to take place, and then you can be like, this is what I want to happen. And then you watch it as if it's a movie, which I think that would be a fun thing to go into as well, like making those types of games.
That's cool. Yeah.
But what I think would be fun is if we get together and we play one of those games, and like we do episodes, but it's you and I making the decisions and talking about it. I think that would be cool and fun to like react to as well. That'd be like a cool thing for us to do. I think that'd be fun.
There's so much stuff we got planned.
Yeah. Also, like there are gonna be times where you can sleep over at my house and we can record so much shit just because we're
would literally like over the summer or spring break even.
Because I'm not going anywhere spring break.
Yeah.
Are you?
No, I mean unless it's like to your house to record.
Exactly.
But not really like on like anywhere out of state or anything.
No.
So I know a lot of people do trips out of state.
So people go to different countries even. No, we make YouTube videos.
Yeah.
We keep on the grind.
See, but like I want to be humble though. Like, because I know we're doing this, or like sitting doing this, but I'm not like going around like, oh you gotta, like oh I'm doing this, I'm like, because at the end of the day we're all still like just two dudes just talking about random stuff.
Two dudes chilling in
the two dudes. We almost named it the Two Dudes Podcast. Wait, no, that was a different one.
I had.
That was yours.
I had that freshman year with my friend, and it was called like the Two Dudes Podcast, and we put out like 2 episodes, and that was it. We never. I mean, like I think we talked about. Well, he always wanted to do one. At least I think he did, and then we were like, let's do it. Let's just record and do it, and we did. And it was us for like an hour, and then we did another one with 2 of our friends. Noel was on that.
Oh, he was actually on one?
He was on one.
See, this is why we can't, like...
And then the one that originally wanted to do it left in the middle of the second recording. So it was me and 2 other people. Me, Noel, and this other guy, which I'm not going to say his name because I don't know if he would want me to say it. But then we recorded for like another like 30 minutes to an hour. And we just talked and hung out. It was literally here. It was on that. It was right there. Yeah. It was chill. It's just a Discord screen as the recording. The first one, though, actually had kind of like a picture, but it's like the most default, like, teal with 2 dudes in, like, some cursive, like, font that, like, you could, like, find on, like, Document or something like that. Or, no, wait, no. It was Notes. It was the Notes app.
Oh my god. The Notes app.
It was the Notes app. It just said Two Dudes Podcast. But, like, that was freshman year, and I was like, I had fun. I don't know if the one that originally, if he really had fun doing it, but he thinks I'm, like, depressed, so he sends me a lot of animal videos to try to cheer me up. Because he caught me one night crying. He caught me. There was this weird time where I would just get super sad, and I would just cry. And he caught me one night, and now ever since then he just.
What do you mean he caught you? Like
he called me and I was like, okay, hold on, let me just okay. And he was like, you good? I'm just like, yeah. So now he sends me a lot of animal videos because he thinks that'll cheer me up. But honestly, I just want him to send me memes.
Yeah.
It's like I still appreciate that. It shows that he cares, and we don't he and I don't talk much, but I really do appreciate that. I find it awesome. I don't know if he's ever gonna watch this, but if you are, I really do appreciate that. You're an awesome guy.
Yeah.
Just like all I need, honestly, is just people that I know care about me and check up on me. Even if we don't talk for a while, it's still nice if
just check.
Yeah, because I have friends that I won't talk to for like years, but when I do, or like every now and then, I'm like, hey, how you been? I just want to check in, see how you're doing.
Yeah.
Even if I'm nowhere affiliated with them, or like they're doing some other stuff, and I'm just like, how are you? And then we'll call for 30 minutes, be good for another 3 years.
It doesn't take that long to like go out of your way.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
That's literally whenever I'm walking around school, I'll just randomly compliment someone for no reason because it literally takes no effort to say something.
And it's like, we don't get compliments usually either.
Yeah.
Like,
but I don't want to be like that guy who's like, oh, we don't get compliments. Like, you should like compliment us more. But like,
if we do get one, it means a lot.
Yeah, I'm just saying that. Like, it's not really common, and I'm not really saying. Like, I'm not trying. Like, we're not trying to be.
We're not
like act like the
them.
victims.
We're not looking for them.
But I'm just saying. I mean, I guess like I'm assuming what you're trying to say is that it means more when we get one because we don't get them as often.
Yeah,
as some other people do.
Yeah, we're not looking or asking for them, but it just
But it does like we do recognize it though.
Yeah, it means a lot. Like today in our psychology class, I have this kid that sits behind me, and Reese saw how he messes with me, but it's like he'll just say stuff, and it's like, oh man, you looking so cute, but like a little part of me is like, this man's giving me more compliments than I've ever had in the past month. I'm like, this man is like, he's giving me more compliments than my own mom. Dude, I just turned into Jimmy for a second.
It's okay, just Timmy. Just say that.
No, not Timmy. Like Jimmy. But yeah,
what's
it's
up, fellas?
like I'll say hey to people that I don't usually talk to, but it's like just to be like, hey.
I remember I was walking, and it was Friday before a long weekend or something like that. Mm-hmm. And there was this random freshman who I've literally never talked to in the front. It was like the front courtyard, and I was like, I had music on. I was like, just start dancing. I started dancing. I was like, come on. He just started dancing with me, and I was like, yeah. I was like hyping him up, and then I was like, all right, I'll see you. And then I was like, what's your name? And he told me his name, and then I was like, all right, cool, I'm Reese. And then I like left.
Yeah.
And like it didn't take that long at all. It was literally like 1 minute of interaction, I think. But I just know that it meant something to him. Even though people don't say stuff, like you can usually kind of tell when it means something. I mean, like, don't, because if you kind of get used to, well, let me word it this way: if you only do good stuff for something in return, then it's not gonna feel as good.
Yeah, it doesn't mean as much.
Yeah, that's
like today we were walking from our psychology class to another class, and this girl said hey to me, and like just walking past, and I turned to Reese and I'm like, God, I love being liked. I
remember that.
I was like, God, I love being liked. I love being popular.
Getting recognized.
And like I have a friend named Hayden, which I can say that because he's like a fitness dude. He has a YouTube channel. You know what? I'm gonna link it in the description.
He's like a good dude.
I love this man.
Yeah.
I mean, like, do you talk to him?
I don't talk to him, but I know him. I've never talked to him. I should talk to him.
But he's a senior, and God, I love this man. He's so positive all the time. I don't understand how he does it. Anytime I talk to him, he immediately is either like he's always complimenting you. He's always trying to hype you up. If you tell him something that you're interested in, he wants to know about it. He wants to talk to you about it because you're interested in it. And yeah, he's a big fitness dude. And for like 2 or 3 weeks, he would post all these fitness videos, and he's like, guys, comment like this pre-workout brands like Bucked Up. They now sponsor him.
What?
Yes, it took him 3 weeks, and he's like comment like at them, like do all this stuff for every single video that he uploaded. He uploaded like one a day almost, and now they sponsor him to where if you buy stuff using his code, he gets money and free pre-workouts. Which like it's dope. Like he told me about it, and like I think I yelled in a hall. I'm like, yo, it works. it was like one big project, and we're all like, we gotta do this. We gotta get this right. But it's like we can't like unless I turn my Instagram or our Instagram into like a through the barrel clip channel, then like it won't like it won't happen.
Yeah.
Unless we were like
I think
at Markiplier.
I mean, I think we just need to give it time.
We do need to give it time.
That's because I'll be patient with it.
Yeah.
Also, because it's not like it's a huge job where we're just like doing huge projects and not getting anything in return.
Yeah.
I mean, also, I don't even care if I don't make money from doing this. I just do it because it's fun, and it's always like cool hanging out with you. And like, I feel like if people find it entertaining, then I'm just like that's rewarding to do it.
Exactly. Like we have this friend. And,
yeah, but
I'm taking her to prom. But that's just a little detail. But yeah, she like first time the podcast came out, she called me and she was like, "Dude, I'm like 20 minutes in and I love it." And that made my week, dude. That made my week because I'm just like, she's also one of those people where like if I show her something she loves talking to me when she knows I'm interested in something and she just wants to learn about it. She's one of those people and she always has like that good attitude. But like, just she'll say I love it, I watched it, I thought it was awesome, just stuff like that. Even if I'm not just if it's just like, hey man, I watched it, it was cool. I'm like sick. I'm like that's dope.
Yeah, even if you're not interested, just ask them a question or repeat back what they said to you. Because like, also because you're like, I mean, both of us, we're the kind of people where if you ask us something, we're just gonna start going. we're just gonna start going for like 30 minutes on a rant about something.
Yeah.
So if you just kind of like nod your head and acknowledge what we're talking about, then it means a lot.
It means a lot.
Like if you do that to other people, just in general too, because like showing, like again, kind of back to what we talked about before, it really doesn't take a lot of effort to do that.
Not at all. It's just
like
it feels good.
Put down your phone when someone's talking to you, or like take out your earbud, or like holding the door. High school, it's so bad. Like holding the door is so bad because people. Oh my gosh.
We have this one kid that going to our religion class.
Holding the door.
He holds the door every single time. You know who I'm talking about, right? We literally passed him today.
That kid who always wears a black jacket?
Yes, and he always holds the door open.
Because we were like, thank you, and I was like, wait, is he not like going to class? He's just standing there holding it.
That's the thing. He just stands there and he holds the door and he has a smile on his face and I say thank you and he's like, you're welcome. And I was like, man, we need more people like that. We need more people in the world that are like that. And like our manager he like I showed him the queue for 5 videos this week and he was like, dude, that's sick. And I was like, yeah. Like, yeah. Like just off of that we started hyping up.
Just that,
like, let's go.
That giant like that giant hype train.
Yeah, just off of nothing. Just like, yeah, let's go. It's just
all the testosterone just skyrocketing. Everyone's just like, just a bunch of dudes straight up yelling. We're all like, yeah!
For like no reason. I was like, you flipped the can! Hot dogs!
Dude, I feel like
I'm
some
trying not
of our teachers are just, I don't know how they put up with us. Because
our psychology teacher fucking hates us. Well, not us, but like
just people in just I think our class. There's a lot of people in our class that just like all of us together is
it's the mentality of like this person alone is like okay, but then the moment you pair them with another person, it just goes haywire.
That's why he has to redo the seating charts like 15 times.
Because people always somehow like get next to each other.
He's like, alright, so
I mean,
why are you guys together again?
No, you
like, go over there.
Alright,
wait,
no one's next
to them. No one's next to them.
Yeah. It's like there's so many people that like when you put them together, it's just chaos, or even just 2 of them, like so much chaos. But there's not enough space in the class to keep them so far apart. So he's like, he's like trying to strategize. He's like, okay, you 2 aren't that bad, but like, I need to have you over here.
The petition.
The petition, 74 signatures. That makes no sense.
They got because our teacher wouldn't move these 2 dudes next to each other, so they made a What was it?
They made a petition in order to move them
It was
together. And he
Like-
cut 74
You're
over
like-
a weekend. Like, what the
Hey,
fuck?
coach.
Don't say it.
We
Oh, I thought you were going to say his name.
No, I was just saying because like,
Yeah,
I mean, like pretty much like every teacher's a coach, so.
yeah,
like,
almost every teacher in like a high school.
But they
is a
dress
coach.
him like coach. They're like, "Hey, coach. I got a question," and he's like, "Okay, what?" And then they're like, we got a petition," and he's like, "Okay, so anyways, in class," and they're like, "No, wait, you gotta. Okay, so you gotta move us next to each other," and he's like, he just doesn't say anything, and they're like,
He just doesn't respond.
"Wait,
Just
it has 74. It has 74 signatures," and everyone was like, "What?
Yeah,
How's it?
like,
We only have
how?
like 20 people in that class."
No, like even the guy behind me who's like friends with them, he goes 74. He's like, wait, how'd you do that? So funny. It's like how the hell did you do 74? Who do you know? Who do you know that does that? It's so funny.
Yeah. That class is so fun.
It's so much
some
fun.
people-
It's probably the best class I have,
Some
besides our
people-
religion class.
Yeah, but some people just make like class so much better though, because also I think like some people change depending on the class.
Oh yeah.
Because I was talking about that with you earlier. Because I change when I go into a different classroom.
Mhm.
I mean, this is like a throwback all the way to 3 weeks ago when we talked about this. But
Masks, bro.
how you the mask episode? What are you titling this episode? Because it kind of went all over the
I'm
place.
gonna call it compliments.
Dopamine.
Dopamine. That ain't a bad one, actually. That's a pretty cool title. I'm not against that. I
Yeah.
like that.
I mean, that's pretty dope. I mean, why are you like this?
I don't know. You and I aren't are those two kids where when you put them together, it just goes haywire.
Do we have bad kid humor and we don't realize it?
No, don't say that. Sorry, band kids, but don't say that. I don't want to, dude, because then I'm gonna act different.
Yo, to everyone watching this who thinks we have bad kid humor, we're not. You know what? Sometimes I think it's funny.
Sometimes
so.
it can be funny. Dude,
Well, I try not to be
you were-
cringy, though.
You were talking to some band kids today, and I'm like, watch out, he's going to equip this trombone. Did you hear me say that?
Yeah, I heard you. Yeah, because we were talking in a group, and like it was us and Chris. Chris was there.
Chris was
And
there.
these two kids, they like walked around the corner of the building, and they're like, "Hey!" And then me and Chris were like, I don't know. Chris was like, he was like, "Oh, you're trying to fight," like as a joke though. But he's like, "You're trying to fight." We were walking up there, and then I just heard you in the nosebleeds. You're like, "Watch out, where you see when he equipped this trombone." You're like, what did you say?
Because he does play it. He plays it. He plays it.
Dude,
what? We're friends with them. We're actually
Yeah.
we're actually friends with them. We like
Because
them.
they're okay. What instrument do you think is the hardest to play in a band? Because like,
Trumpet. I'm gonna say trumpet. Trumpet and
dude, aren't
trombone.
those
The
the ones where
wind,
you like don't blow in, but you like vibrate your lips?
the wind instruments.
What
Are
is
those winds?
Is that a flute? No, a flute. You don't vibrate your lips. You just like blow air.
Yeah, you blow air. I'm not gonna do it. You blow air into it, and then you place your fingers on the holes to make different pitches and different or like whatever. But I have no idea how a trumpet works.
Yeah, you place your fingers on all the different holes while you blow it. Dude, why are you not in band?
Shut up. Remember Noel? Noel got in
Dude, this
band.
band gets mentioned every video.
Noel got in band freshman year. Noel's gonna be
Whoa,
so elusive.
wait, what?
Yeah, Noel.
He was in band?
Noel, just.
I was playing.
We love you, Blake. Band kids. Noel's gonna be some elusive person that we bring up every time, and it's gonna be until like episode 200 that he actually gets on the podcast.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna say that he
Well,
will.
he's gonna
but
say
then
he
won't
will.
show
but
up.
Yeah.
But
And then he'll be in Texas or somewhere.
he got in. No, what happened was he got into ROTC, And then no, he got into band. What was that? Yeah, that was it. I remember because it was here. So
No, he was in the.
No. I don't know how he fucking got out of this. I was here when he changed.
No, because he always got in trouble for his uniform. Because he had to wear a uniform.
So
for his
he
class.
went from band to ROTC
Yeah,
instead of creative writing.
Oh, that was what it was. Because I do remember he was in ROTC because he always had to put on his uniform. His, like, what are they called? Like, I guess just like military uniforms.
Well, it's their uniform.
Yeah, they had to
their
wear a uniform, though.
And Noel hated it. But he went from band to ROTC instead of creative writing. Because it was here where we were hanging out with a girl, and this man was simping.
You and Noel?
Yeah, this
All
man
right.
was simping like over this girl. But basically he was like, okay, I gotta either go into ROTC or creative writing. And she said ROTC, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, not saying, like, I'm just saying, ROTC is for certain people.
Creative writing.
Like, I was saying, like, ROTC is for certain people. Noel's not certain people.
Yeah.
Noel, he got kicked out. And ROTC's like a 2-year commitment. Bro got kicked out. Kicked out of ROTC.
Bro, imagine if he gets
like,
drafted.
Dude,
Once you turn 18, you gotta sign that thing.
you gotta sign that thing. And then we gotta cross our fingers so shit doesn't go down. But
No, they're gonna have him here like selling bonds or something.
Yeah.
They're not gonna
They're not gonna put him on War Fund. He's not that material. But yeah, Noel, I to this day, like, he denies that
To
it was
this
because
day.
of her. Like he denies that it was because of her. Dude, because I'm the one, I feel like I think I give good advice. I think I give pretty good advice. I told you to break up with a girl, and you did, and
I get it. Well,
and how's
we
life
weren't really
treating
like,
you from
we weren't
that?
really like dating, but you were like,
Yeah.
you were like, stop talking to her though, and I was like, yeah.
This man,
Yep.
it was sad to watch
Let's
him go
not.
through what he
Should we
went
get
through.
into it?
I'm not. Should we talk about our
Just keep it vague.
experiences? Talk about our
And no
experiences. No names. But yeah.
Well, I guess just in general, for like, we're literally the same person, so we had the same experience. But like,
no, I didn't know. I did not want to go through what you went through. That bitch was crazy.
oh my god, but still, but
she stalks us. I'm outing her. I'm not gonna say her name.
no names, but holy.
Dude, she'll stalk us. She watches us.
Fuck.
Well, actually, I don't know if she still does that anymore. And I doubt. Actually, she may still be obsessed with you, so she may watch this. So, like, dude, I'm sorry if you're watching this, but, like, you gotta know we're gonna talk about stuff. But it was weird.
But
That, like,
I mean, I'm just gonna say that, like,
I just straight up said that bitch was crazy.
I guess like, I mean, cause have you really dated anyone? Because like now that I'm looking back on it in retrospect,
Dude, I don't
like I never actually like dated anyone. Like the only thing I've ever had is like talking stages. Like I've never like gone out with anyone. I've never like gone to anyone's house or like done anything.
Also, if we
Like-
sorry to interrupt, but if we tell stories, we're gonna be respectful and not say their name.
Yeah.
We're not that much of monsters. We like
Yeah.
we're gonna if we know that they're comfortable with it, then we'll say their name. We don't. Okay. I guess Noel's the only one that I didn't really check with. But but like if
He's
you're
gonna be on here eventually.
yeah, he'll be at some
He'll
point.
defend his case. Get Saul Goodman on here.
Yeah, we gotta use GTP4 to make a case brief for him, or to make a court case file, because it does that. The fourth one does that. Lawyers can use it, but
Wait until they make a chat GTP.
okay, hold on.
Robot.
We're talking about relationships.
Wait. We're
going on
What's
the
the
chat.
chat GTP girlfriend? And so they're
South Park episode where it's just the response. But yeah, like
That should be wild.
talking. It's pretty much been talking faces. I guess I kind of dated a girl, but
See,
that was
like,
like
but
8th
that's-
grade.
Like, did you like go out?
Eh,
Or was it just
like, once or
because if
twice.
it's just at school and y'all don't actually do like if you like have never gone out outside of school and if it was less than like what half a year less than like 3 or 4 months.
Oh, then I've not dated a girl.
If it's like less than 3 or 4 months, then it's just like it's really just like talking.
Yeah, I mean,
because that's what I'm. Because now that I'm looking back, like I'm not gonna like take the topic off of like what you're saying. Actually, you finish your story first, and then I'll kind of go off.
we kind of dated in 8th grade. Everyone who knows me is gonna know exactly who this is, and I'm sorry if you're.
But we're not gonna say the names though, because like there's people who don't.
I mean, I'm friends with her now. I am. I'm like, we chill. She's one of those people where we call every now and then and catch up, but then we won't talk for like 5 months. But and she's in a happy relationship, and I'm happy for her. But
That's actually you finished it on.
It's also like one of those things where it's like, sure, you could be mad that they did this to you, but you can also be like, well, okay, good for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, I guess it was talking, and then COVID hit. I don't even think I could say that now, actually, because YouTube went through a whole period where they would demonetize people for talking about the sickness.
But that happened though.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone knows it happened.
I know. It was weird. It's weird. But the vid or the disease went around. And,
it was like during quarantine.
Yeah, during quarantine. 2 months into it, she broke up with me because she thought she was going to meet better people at the school that she was going to. And then the beginning of freshman year, she tried to get back with me. I was like, I don't think. It was like, it's also like if you break up with someone or if y'all relationship ends, that's there's a reason why it ended. And if you try to get back together with them,
well, at least
it's
you didn't have
just going to end the same.
At least you didn't have someone try to DM your mom.
I know what I will say that I'm not happy with. My friends, as cool, like, okay, I respect.
Oh my god!
I don't even want to get on that right now. My friends, they went on this whole rampage to where they called themselves the council. It was fucking weird.
Wait, what?
It was fucking
weird.
weird.
So
in her yearbook,
okay.
we had this thing to where in the middle of quarantine, we would come, like, we came back to school. Obviously, we had to wear masks and everything, but it was like signing each other yearbooks. It was one of those.
Yeah.
And so in her yearbook, it has a note from the council. It was like, it was so fucking weird because when later on she's like, "Who's the council?" And I'm just like, they did not. I'm like, they did not. So they would call themselves the council, and they're like, shame on you for hurting our friend. Like it was that, like the council has decided your fate, like that stuff. And I was just like, holy shit, they pulled the council. But I mean, like it's dope to know that your friends are there for you. But now I'm just like, that probably wasn't the brightest idea. But yeah, she broke up with me and then she tried to get back together with me. But we're friends. She's in a happy relationship, and I'm happy for her. And then,
see, that's the thing. Or you said and then.
Then also freshman year, different girl that you and I know. We talked for 2 months straight. I want y'all's opinion on this because this was fucked up.
Oh. Yeah.
We talked for
we talked about in the car.
Yeah, we talked for like 2 to 3 months straight. Every night, would FaceTime for hours. Sometimes we fall asleep on FaceTime. And then she stopped talking to me and started dating this guy. Randomly, didn't tell me, told me nothing. Started dating. I was like, what the fuck? I had no, and like she flirt, and like you can agree with me. She does flirt with a lot of people, but like, holy shit, that caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Now I don't talk to her.
It's just
anymore.
like, if you're kind of one of those people who has like kind of a more flirty personality, just like make sure you're being clear with people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
because that was confusing.
Yeah. At least let them know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because
then you're leading them on, and then you're giving them false signals. Then there was this other girl.
Oh my god.
You know as well. You don't talk to her. I don't talk to her. I've known this bitch since like kindergarten. And then like she like, if you're watching this, wow. Wow. Because I mean, like she would like give me signs. She would give me mixed signals, and like I'm not the only one who saw this. My cousin, which we're also close friends with my cousin, we go to the same school, and we were all in like the same group. She noticed it too. And I was like, hey, I need to get over you. So I told her that I liked her, expecting a rejection, which I got. Which I was like, dope. I was like, that's what I wanted. Like, I wanted you to be like, ew, I don't like you, and so I can like get over you. And I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of like the same thing as like if someone goes missing, and then like you don't know if they're like if they passed away or not, but you kind of just want to know just so you can kind of get over them. It's kind of like that same thing where you kind of like you don't really know what's going on, but you don't really know what ending you're gonna get, but you just want some like an ending so you can kind of get some closure.
Yeah. And so I was like, okay, sweet. I'm gonna act like it never happened. I'm never going to acknowledge it, so we can both live our lives normally and everything can go back to normal.
That was like a mature thing to do, too.
She avoided me for a whole week after that, and I was like, okay, that's weird. And then I made the joke being like, yeah, maybe I should like last ditch effort do the boombox thing in the rain where I show up and I'm playing Careless Whisper and I'll have you
outside her house.
They'll have you and Noelle as my backup singers and like outside her house in the rain. And she caught wind of that, told her parents. Her parents texted me, and that was in November, and I told them I'm taking a break from your daughter.
I'm taking a break from your daughter.
I told him that. I'm like, look, I don't feel.
Fuck your daughter.
Okay, hold on. We're not trying to do that. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad you handled it better than that.
I no longer feel welcome in her house, so I'm probably not gonna go back. My family doesn't.
I
like
don't
her
talk
now.
to her because whenever you don't talk to someone, I don't talk to them. So.
And then it's almost like with you. Like me with you, where like if you're like, okay, I don't want to talk to this person. I mean, like, I'm not okay. I also, when this whole thing went down because she was in the same group, like friend group, I was like, y'all can hang out with her. I'm not like don't make this the reason why she's not like, or why you guys don't like aren't friends. I was like, you guys can still hang out with her. Like, I don't look. I'm not trying to say y'all have to cut her off too. Y'all can be friends with her. Just I don't want to hear about it. She doesn't have to hear about me. It's whatever.
Yeah.
And then it just turned into me being the pillar of the friend group. You know, like the pillar of the friend group where it's like, if this one guy doesn't show up, no one does. I just turned into that
leader.
That's what?
The group leader. You weren't even like the group leader. You're just like, because remember everyone was talking about hanging out, and then you were like, oh, I'm not gonna.
Want Gatorade? I'm sorry.
Sponsorship, Gatorade.
But
love Gatorade.
But yeah, like I said this numerous times to y'all, where I'm just like, y'all can hang out with her. I'm not like the ultimate judge of y'all. Like I won't care. Y'all can talk. I mean, like y'all still do. I mean, not
but
you and Chris or Noelle.
I mean, that's what I was getting at. That because
my cousin
there's
does.
this one time we wanted to hang out, and everyone was talking, and then you were just like, I'm not gonna go, guys. And then I was like, all right, well, I'm just not gonna go then. And then Chris was like, all right, well, if Reese isn't going, then I'm just not gonna go. And then Noelle was like, oh, if Chris isn't going, I'm just not gonna go. And then there was only like 2 other people left, and you're like, okay, well, what the hell? We're not gonna hang out then.
Yeah. because she was gonna go then, the girl, and it's like. I was like, if she's invited, I just won't go, and y'all can still hang out. And then y'all are just like, well, she's not going. I'm not really gonna go. And then hey, he's not going. I'm not gonna go. He's not going. I'm not gonna go. And then it's just like 3 of them,
dominoes.
which are all girls. And then I mean, like they still hang out. Wow, that was weird. Like all of a sudden, my throat just cut me off. It was like, yeah, y'all could. But it was like, yeah, y'all can still hang out. See, like if you have issues like that in the friend group. Don't try to get with a person in the same friend group, because if it goes south, then I learned that lesson the hard way. I mean, it did weirdly come out of my favor though. It did. I mean, like I am gonna say that it did kind of come out in my favor, which I feel bad that now like we hang out without her, but like it's just that's kind of how the dice rolled.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just gonna say this if she's watching. You have to apologize.
Are we talking to them directly now?
Yeah, there have been too many times where you've gotten mad at me over the weirdest things, and I've had to be the bigger person and apologize. I'm done. Look, man, take accountability for your actions and accept that you messed up. Also, that just goes for like a lot of people. If there have been like, if you're in a friendship with someone and they keep getting mad at you and you have to apologize every time when it's not even your fault, stop.
Take accountability.
stop taking accountability and trying to be the bigger person. Sometimes the other, in order for it to be a relationship and work, they have to acknowledge that they messed up.
That's what I was saying. When I said take accountability, I mean, like, if you're the person who's, like, if you kind of recognize that you're making other people feel like that, then you have to take accountability.
Yeah. I really hope we don't get in trouble for sharing these stories.
But we're not naming anyone.
Yeah, we're being as respectable as possible.
Also,
and not trying to trash.
If you're like someone who knows us and you know the person we're talking about, also don't say anything.
Don't.
Because we're not trying to spread hate. We're just spreading our experiences.
Yeah, we're spreading experience and advice. Don't.
I hope this also helps people. Like, we just want to help people.
Yeah.
Like, by sharing what we've gone through. So, like, don't make it hard for the other people too.
Mm-hmm. Just like, also spreading gossip is such a terrible thing. And it's like, sure, it may be fun to like talk about it. You're like, oh,
yeah, it might be funny because it's not you.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny when it's not you.
Yeah, because you can tell, because if you're like flaming someone or something like that, or like gossiping, and then they're like, oh yeah, well you, and then you're like, ha. Okay,
you're like, oh, it's not fun
well,
anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's like it's funny to watch people get hurt until it's you.
Yeah, so just don't do it at all.
or like okay, it's funny once you know they're okay. That's usually the rule of thumb
usually
when,
like
when you see someone get hurt.
Just like make sure.
Except for when I was at Universal and I was throwing up.
This is about to get personal.
I was throwing up. If you watch, I was throwing up because I ate like a 1.5 foot worth of hot dog from the 2 feet dog thing, and I started throwing up. There's a picture of me on someone's phone.
There's a picture of you throwing up.
No. So this is the most. Oh my god, I'm mad, but it's such a funny picture where I'm bent over in mid gag throwing up, and my friend behind me's going.
That's such a party photo.
That's a birthday.
That's
picture.
such a party photo.
That's a birthday picture, and looking at that time, I was just suffering, and they're like, oh, this is gonna be such a fun picture, and like looking at it, it is such a fun picture. It's a funny picture. That's a story picture. That's one of those pictures where they have a story.
Always, it's always good if you can look back on it and think it was funny, even if you didn't think it was funny then.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. It's also better to look back on things and be like, I learned something. Always a good thing,
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when it comes to relationships. Always take every relationship and its ending as a lesson. Don't look on it as such a bad thing. Look at it as a new door opened, and I learned something new for me to not do next time.
Okay, do you remember, not the first person, but kind of the second person I was talking? Because you know how I haven't actually dated anyone. So the second person I was talking to.
Yeah, I remember.
Which was this. It was the beginning of this year.
Dude, when I heard what happened, I was so sad for you. You were high.
Okay.
Not high, but you were living cloud 9, from what I remember.
Okay,
I'm so sad. I'm sad for you.
I guess so we weren't really dating, but we were just talking, and we were really close. We were really good friends for a year before that. But then I was kind of okay, so I'm just gonna talk about the ending because I feel like people can get something out of this. So I don't even think I have it all figured out yet, but I know before I was really angry because I think she left me, but it wasn't entirely her fault because looking back on it, before I was really angry, but not at her specifically, but just kind of at the situation. And I feel looking back on it now that I think I was the issue because I'm not just being pity me, but definitely I don't think I was ready to be in a relationship, and I still don't think I am. That's why I'm until I'm ready to be in a relationship, I'm not gonna try to talk to any girls like that. So that's why I'm super grateful to her, and I'm not even upset anymore. because like I hope she's doing well, and like it felt like, because I remember I came to you first and I was like, well, I think I'm finally over her. It was like a month or two ago, and I was like, dude, I think I've like forgiven her, and I'm like it actually feels good, and like it just, if you like, always think about how you could have been better and then just learn from it. And also don't blame the other person.
Yeah.
Like, unless it's something that's actually really bad. Like, obviously,
like if she takes your Xbox and throws it out a window.
Yeah, like you can blame. I think that came from somewhere.
Burns your house down.
Did someone throw your Xbox out the window?
No,
Okay.
No,
because you were like,
no one's done that to me.
Unless someone throws your Xbox out the window.
If someone kills your family. No, it's just I've heard stuff.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, it's like a lot of the times, it like you could either look at it and be like, yeah, that was my fault.
Yeah.
Take note, learn from it. Or if it's like seriously fucked up,
yeah.
you're like, I'll make sure to stay away from that.
Yeah. Because I haven't, like, again, like I haven't dated anyone, so I can't really say, like talk about like dating specifically, but like from really like close talking stages, like from the first talking stage, from like the first girl, now I know how to look for red flags. And for the second girl, now I know, like how good it feels to be like appreciated, and also I know what to look for in a relationship now. Like, even though she kind of like, she went out of my life, I'm glad that she was there. Even if the time was finite, I'm so glad that it happened. Yeah. And like, it was a great learning experience because, like, looking back, like, because you know how you kind of cringe when you're looking back? That's because now you in the future, you realize how you can change.
Yeah.
And like, always use it as a learning experience, because if you just use it to hold yourself down, then you're not going to grow. And if you feel like you're ever stuck, always, one, take it upon yourself to improve and be better. So that's why, like, after that happened and she like kind of left my life, I started working out, and I started doing stuff. Well, I guess this kind of goes alongside working out, but like, do stuff for yourself, and like, oh my gosh, that's huge!
Yeah, look at you.
but I forgot what I was saying.
Like, take it upon yourself to improve yourself.
Yeah, you need to like be a better person. And again, back to what I was saying, with how like I'm not really talking to girls anymore after like that thing that happened to me recently. Because now I know from how I was with her looking back. Now I know, like, I'm not ready to be in an actual full relationship. And so that's why I'm not talking to any girls. That's why I'm not trying to talk to any girls for anything more than that. Like, I have, like, I talk to some girls as friends, but, like, I'm not trying to talk to any girls at that kind of level yet. Because I know if I'm not my best self, then that's just selfish of me to try to be in a relationship, because I'm not benefiting either one of us. Mm-hmm. Because for me, I'm not my best self, so I'm just like doing it for me. So that's selfish on my part. Because at that point, if you're not your best self, then you're just taking away from y'all's relationship. So that's selfish for you. But also, if I'm not like my best self, then I'm taking away from her, because like I'm not treating her or being the best boyfriend that I could be. Mm-hmm. So that's why at this point in my life, I don't think I'm ready to date. And I'm okay with that now, because I'm kind of like happy to keep improving, and until I get to like where I want to be, and if I'm ready to be in a relationship and stuff like that, then like I'll be happy with that. But until then, like I'm okay with being single. And it's weird at this stage in your life when you're a high schooler, because you kind of feel weird not dating, because so many people around you have partners. or dating. And even though like most high school relationships don't work out, and like you know that, but it still feels weird because you feel like you're doing something wrong if you're not dating someone or talking to someone. And that's how I felt for a while. But now as I'm 18 in less than a year, I've kind of learned that okay, let me just say this. Well, actually, do you want to add anything first before I like kind of, because
you don't need someone to be happy.
Yeah.
You can be content with yourself and doing something that makes you happy in order to be happy.
Yeah. And if you need it, if you take it upon yourself to find someone else because like I experienced this and it sucked, because if you try to use someone else to fill a void in yourself, then one, if they leave, then it's gonna hurt more than before.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it might not even be their fault, but it's still gonna suck ass. And also,
it's going
to
it's going to say to you, suck my balls.
Wait, asshole.
Wait, asshole. Suck my balls.
But yeah, if you use someone to fill like a void in yourself, then like one, if they leave, it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
But also, you're not gonna feel as fulfilled as you actually could, because at that point, you're not loving the person, you're just loving the way that they make you feel.
Mm-hmm. And then it's like an addiction.
Yeah.
Just
and
like
at that point,
just like the girl that started dating the dude for me, like randomly.
Yeah.
I liked, like she flirts with people. She's got a flirty personality, but oh my god, I loved the attention. I loved all that. That was just it was awesome. But then when I realized, I'm like, that's just what's going on. I don't like her. I like the attention, and I like how it feels. And I'm like, that's an addiction, so I cut it off.
Yeah, but like at that point, I mean, you kind of confuse what love is. Because, like...
Are we getting into a philosophical discussion about love and how it is?
Well, no, I'm just saying, for high school, for our age, young adults, let me just say this. Make sure that you genuinely like the person and not how you make them feel. And you're going to have to take time to figure out what you want, so then you can look for that in a person instead of looking for how they can benefit you and like make you feel, because then you're not going to be able to contribute anything back. And also, that's going to kind of confuse your perception of what love actually is, because you're only looking for like that high and that all the dopamine and stuff like that from how they make you feel, not actually the person. So when when you kind of only look for how you can feel from that person, then also you kind of ignore red flags in people because they make you feel good. And also, what do you want to add something to that? Because you kind of
oh, I'm sorry to cut you off, but we're running.
No, you're good.
Either around an hour or so, or a little bit over.
I was about to wrap it up too, because
I have an idea for a great way to end it.
Here, you
want me to wrap it up? or
well, I'll kind of say my
before I wrap it up.
All I'm saying is just figure out yourself and be the best person you can be, because that's what I learned from my experiences. And just make sure you know what you want, but also make sure that if you're looking for someone, that you make sure you take into account how you can benefit them. And like, yeah, just it's kind of a weird subject because it gets so confusing for us.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I don't even I have no clue how it even feels to be in a relationship, or like a nice relationship or anything like that. And I just hope other people can kind of take what I've had for some kind of sucky experiences and use it to improve or have great relationships in the future. So, to that one girl who I was talking to, like, kind of, like, went out of my life and left me. Also, I want to say I forgive you, and I'm not mad anymore. But, yeah, just, like, make sure you forgive people, too.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
Grudges are terrible.
Yeah, because it'll help the other person, because they won't feel horrible for whatever they did, but also it'll help you get closure. The only way that I have found closure with shit that's happened to me is if I forgive the person who caused it.
Yeah.
Because if you stay angry, it sucks.
It's pointless.
So I was angry for a long time.
So, you know.
So you can go ahead and wrap it up.
To wrap it up, I want to say this is probably the deepest discussion we've ever had on this podcast. And it's only like the 5th episode.
I can talk about this more in a later episode, but
yeah, in a later episode, but
we can go deeper. But
this
yeah,
is probably,
I don't want to
really,
say any names.
I really hope the stories that we tell or the advice that we give throughout podcasting further into the future, or I've already told, really do help people in some way. Because if anything, we as as it may not look like it or feel like it, we genuinely like helping people.
Yeah,
that's like a thing. Later in the future, we wanna do a lot of charity work like Mr. Beast. Not just because it's like, oh, it gets the views, but because it genuinely feels nice.
Yeah.
And I guess that's selfish to say that we're doing it because it makes us feel nice, but we genuinely like helping people and how seeing the people, like the faces or the smiles on other people's faces and everything. It's just kind of, it's a different kind of feeling. It's a different kind of happiness that you can't really obtain naturally.
I feel so much nicer seeing the result of what I've done for someone in a good way than if I just do something for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like seeing someone smile after you hold the door for them for literally 2 seconds is great because you know you made that person's day.
Mm-hmm.
And it barely took any effort.
Or saying that they look great or that their hair looks great or just, I don't know.
So just be, like, it sounds cliche as hell, but just be kind.
Yeah, really.
Like, stop being so angry. It sucks. Bro, it sucks being angry, but, like, you gotta let it go.
Yeah. Move on. Well,
yeah.
to close it out, I'm going to read what I posted on New Year's Eve going into 2023.
Alright.
For 2023, don't be sorry, be better. Quote by Kratos. Or probably someone else. That's how I know it.
That's actually a good quote, though.
I said focus on yourself to become a better person, the best version of yourself. Only then you can help the people around you become the best versions of themselves. It's selfish not to. So, on that note...
That's great to end on.
On that note, I would like to say, bye.